All right. So I didn't do trade review yesterday, so I'm going to be going over that and today's as well. Getting a lot of questions about the market. I know it's still open. I know it's a little bit earlier of a trade review. I'm just going to go through it, and then I'll give you guys like what I'm thinking going into the overnight as well. Okay, so all right, let's see. This was yesterday. I need the 19th. Okay. So this was on the 19th. Did I do the 19th? Did I do trade review on the 19th? What time is this at? This is at midnight. I think I did these. I think I did these two. Okay. So this was at 6 p.m. Okay, I tried to GC long here. This was at 46.74. The level I identified that I wanted us to see us hit from here was silver middle and low time frame profiles. If this rally is going to continue, I want to see 93 support. Value area high in last week's profile is 93.35. Value area low is 92.8. 95 is next cycle level. GC pretty similar, but value area high is much lower at 46.30. We have low volume node at 46.50 to 46.65. I would like to see buyers step up fast if we get into that area. Lower time frame profile is a bit gross here. Okay, so this was on the 19th. What I was looking at here was I saw us start to dip down into that level. We did start to dip a little bit further. I got stopped on that trade. Brought my stop slightly lower to 68.9 New York low, risking 294.570. I got stopped on it. I added 5 more micros on it. Near the lows, there's a ton of selling that isn't moving us lower, so there was absorption here. This setup, I identified the right setup. I got stopped on this. Then I hopped on stream after I got stopped out. I took another long from, let me pull up GC here. This was back here. I took another long in here at the 65 area. So I identified that area in the pre-market plan. I identified that we had absorption. I entered over here. I got stopped on it, re-entered, and then I got trailed out. So I was break even on the day. And then I identified that this was ranging. So I just took the short here back down to the lows with 10 micros, got a $500 winning day, and called it. So you can see in the commentary, I also called that out. I would assume range conditions for the rest of the night on metals. 70s are holding for buyers, sellers are holding for 80s. Okay. GM, gold ripped hard last night. I would be cautious up here at 47.50 with longs. We haven't had a pullback to VWAP since we've hit that second standard deviation band. And it's highly likely we see a pullback. It's hard to fade this trend right now. Wait for confirmation if you're looking to short this. I'm mostly looking for ways to get long here. I don't want to fade this. Okay, so that was at 9:11 a.m. All right, so I wasn't looking to fade this. We did have a pullback, and then I got stopped on a long. I took a long in here, got stopped on it. I hopped off stream, and then I saw this push back above this COMEX VWAP, and I longed it from here as well, and I just took 10 points on that. And then I said NQ to what was it, 25,400. This was yesterday in the New York session because we had True Day that didn't sweep. Whenever you see True Day doesn't sweep in London session, it's a pretty good draw for New York. So I was saying I'm leaning towards this 25,400 level hitting. We did go up and hit that. Would expect NQ to head up towards True Day at 25,400, so called that out. CVD is continuing to drop, but we are making new lows, still leaning bullish but cautious here. So this was on GC. This was in that morning session. NQ True Day just swept. IB extensions on NQ. We did get a double break. Let's see if we hit the bottom of that gap from Sunday open today at 25,470. We didn't. Still bullish on metals. Might just be a slow grind up during New York. We'll look to get long if we come back to 47.25 to 47.30. Low time frame POC and middle time frame value area high held there. NQ perfect bounce off VWAP and 0.5 as I mentioned on stream. This was back towards the IB highs. This played nicely, but we didn't continue to support longs after that. Coming into the overnight session last night, GC was strong last night in Asia, London, and today in New York. The level I'm looking at for a retest before we move higher is 47.50 to 47.55. There were highs established right at New York Open that also line up with value area high. COMEX VWAP is sitting at 47.48 right now, and it looks like we're going to pull back off the reopen. Still bullish here. I just want to see this pull back a bit before hopping in longs. Silver is much more range bound. We're struggling to maintain above the 95 area. Dips below 93. I'm looking for buyers. High time frame value area high is 93.7, which has held as support during New York session. We could bounce there or dip slightly lower into the 93s slash high 92s. I do think we push 100, but the consolidation makes sense after Sunday Open. Okay, and then I said there are resting limits at 47.83. 47.90 and of course 4800. I expect those to be the draws. If we start to trend hard above VWAP, the first standard deviation band, I would not be surprised. I was literally about to post steady buyers coming in, expect a trend. I hopped on live after this. That should just rip. No sellers showing up. This could just keep ripping, which we did. I just got winning days off this. I didn't go for anything too crazy last night. I'm a couple days off payout on most of my accounts, so like I can request a Lucid payout today. I can request a Tradeify payout, and I can request a Top Step payout tomorrow. So I'm just going for winning days right now. Don't know when this trend stops, guys. Don't try to fade it. As I was saying on stream, if you're along this trail, each strong 5 minute. This continued all the way up to 48.90. And then I tried a silver long, 1 micro here at the bottom of the range. I'm gonna hold this. I like where the PA is at, but the price action is shit. So I longed this in my personal account. This is my options account, so I don't have like too much margin in here. So I was just doing 1 micro too. The margin requirements on silver are insane. Hard to short gold up here. Okay. I'm gonna hold this. I like where PA is at, but the price action shit. I got stopped on that trade. I did re-enter on it, and I got back my $500 that I lost, and then I just closed it. And then hard to short gold up here with how we've sustained in the upper range. I want to be looking for long setups. 48.50 is the area I'm watching. It's overnight VWAP. Trump is also speaking at the World Economic Forum, so expect volatility. If you're trading any asset today, be cautious. The volatility is insane right now. GC just dropped 30 points. NQ just had a 60-point candle. Personally, not touching this. I don't like the amount of volatility coming. It's not even the volatility, it's how sporadic it is. But looks like we might sell off from the overnight pump. NQ and ES are looking strong so far. I sent this one. The gold might sell off at 10.18. We literally sold off. Ooh, actually, this was after. Oh wait, this is on the 15 minute. No, this is on the 5 minute. Okay, yeah. So I sent that out. Like I was typing that up as we started to draw. Where was it? Okay, yeah, I was typing that up as this was starting to draw. But yeah, and then I called it out on stream as well. I called it out on stream as it was happening. I just didn't get the announcement out until, you know, it had already just sold off a little bit. GC shorts I called out on stream starting to play out, so I called out more shorts on GC back up at this VWAP in this like 48.50 to 48.60 levels where I was looking for it. Came up to that level, started to have absorption in there with aggressive sellers stepping back in. We start to sell off, come back up, retap that VWAP, and then sold off to that lower band and below the IV low. That's what I was looking for. We got exactly that. And I said if this value area low and high time frame value area high start to fail, expect a flush. Pretty wide volume channel. So this is from 48.10 down to 47.70. Both targets hit. Looks like exhausted sellers here down here at the lows on GC wouldn't look for a move lower now. This was at 12.50. That was my last update. So that was back here, right? So I was saying like, don't look for shorts right now. And then of course we got the Trump announcement. So market just took a fucking dump. You can't really predict this, but we did get that flush down to 47.70. But I think I had a good call outs the last few days. Pretty solid analysis, I would say. Yeah. Alright, let me go through Uranus's trades. He's not doing any callouts right now, he's just posting commentary. Just passed the Lucid account, have 4 more to go. Taking it 1 day account and trade at a time. Going to post confluences of trades here as my journal so I can review. This one was too many long, 650 risk off VWAP demand zone, and 3D2 stop was below 0.5. This looks clean. And this is a clean long on NQ. Took this short after the 382 from New York high, had a CVD divergence, 400 risk, 2 minis, close for 1100 after TP got tickled. Can make another 400. Can make 400 on another trade to pass this account. Okay, another clean trade. Just past where we had that previous exhaustion. I'd be a little bit tighter on this risk management, especially when you're that close to TP. Uranus. I'm glad you closed this, but I mean, it would have hit your TP, but I would have tightened that stop up at least. Passed this one after flipping buys on VWAP bounce, 1 mini, 200 risk. First trade, I got break even. Second try, it worked out. Okay, so this one you got break even on, and then this one ended up working. Clean. Was this long for a break even after it failed to push the upper band. One of the things I'm struggling with is overtrading, so I'm going to call it a night and get some rest. See if tomorrow gives some setups. True day is typically nice on Wednesday. Okay, so got break even on that one. Got bamboozled and jewed on these shorts. Confluence was VWAP stalled buying on the 618 downside. Yeah, I like this. I did say this on stream that GC might like push back up. It might push back up to that level where you had absorption and aggressive sellers stepping in and then sell off, which is exactly what it did. I like this though. Blue 2 trying along at the IB and overnight VWAP should have waited for a bounce. Yeah, there was no clear bounce on NQ until it got towards the bottom of that IB. Especially with the volatility today, I would have just waited a longer time. Took 2 longs off lower band and IB double break stats. TP was overnight VWAP, got trailed out on first, got back in on second, up 1K on funded account 1. Size smaller in second funded and up about 350 on that one. Okay, so long off this lower band. I'm assuming we just got trailed out and then long began up to that VWAP. I like that trade. I like this trade. I like this trade. Also, I have a flip. And then you caught SPY calls. Clean. Off the pump. Next week you'll say the deal doesn't look progress. You know, damn, I sold them right. I mean, these are still good trades, Ernest. I like the trades. I like the ideas. I think they're valid. Okay, let's see what you guys did. Also, I talked with Cam. I'm going to add a channel in for Cam since he's been doing well. He's okay with alerting. Okay, NQIB, 3 points of drawdown. Okay, this was yesterday. This was off VWAP. I'm assuming this is in the overnight session. Was this here? Did I review this one already? Did I? Okay. Well, it's a clean trade. Recognize range conditions, value area low. Took a few up. Did I already review this? Yeah, I should be going off the 20th. Yeah, I already reviewed all these. 1W, 1 loss, first loss, minus 650, then one was plus 2200. First loss just got whipped out on VWAP, then got back in on the retest, ran for 60 to 70 points. Okay. So, you probably had like a 15 to 20 point stop here. I think the entry's a little early. We're also on the 15-second chart, bro. I'd get off these lower time frame charts. Nothing past like 1 minute, honestly. I'm glad you held this. I mean, there's good points for you to adjust your stop. It's just like there's not too much structure in here to adjust your stop to based off the 15-second. There's a nice base and pivot here, and then there's a nice base and pivot here for stop adjustment. First trade I took, I wanted to see more range conditions. Entered off the second tap of VWAP band. Honestly, if I could take this trade back, I would, because I think sitting above value area high, this is a lower quality setup and should have been patient for rejection and retest. When we're sitting, when you're sitting above that value area high, it's either going to break out like this. This to me, if I'm looking at this, your volume profile is anchored correctly. I'd extend this back just a tiny bit. But if you look at this, so we've tried to push above this level once, failed. Push above it again, it stays up there a little bit longer, so there's more buyers interested above this price, and then it fails again, tries to push it during New York session, fails, tries to push it again, fails, and then you get this clean breakout, where this is just super clean on the rally. So you have to be able to, you identified range conditions well, George, the other day, but this is breakout conditions, so they're different. Second trade, I accepted my bias was wrong. Hold on, sorry. Second trade, I accept my bias was wrong, which I have a tough time doing. Didn't really see a setup on gold and wanted to hop on to silver to see if something was setting up. I saw a break slash retest of POC and we were seeing just below VWAP, but we were starting to head towards it. Anticipated break of VWAP targeting the first band. I like the trade. Just not the asset because I would have much preferred to take partials and hold runners 2-second VWAP band, but I wanted to secure profit. Yeah, silver, if you're trading with this size, George, you can really only trade with 1 micro. Like, if you're going for those, like, $500 trades with $200 stops or $250 stops, it's hard to trade with more than 1 micro on silver. I like this. This was the trade I was looking forward to last night. I just got stopped on it. I got stopped right here, and then it started to move back up. I got back in on it. When I saw this wicked down, and then you had a strong candle start printing, I got back in. I got my $500 out. I like this VWAP break, and then just taking it up to that first band. I think that's appropriate. I mean, so far this is looking like pretty good, steady pace. It is a little bit slower, but that's perfectly fine. Like 387, minus 100, 252, 258. This is a little bit slower, but that's okay. You don't have a monthly rebuild on Lucid, so you don't have to worry about getting a monthly rebuild. You can take your time with the eval if you want to. Zeke did catch the New York low on GC. This was clean. 25 points, 5-point stop, 5-to-1 R. Very clean. This tapped back into, it was close to VWAP. It didn't fully tap back into VWAP, but very clean trend. Very easy to take advantage of that. Scaled one more rejector before target was 479.5 because 750 is big cycle level. Just need to stop trading London. Also, maybe need to do one-on-one. There's no reason to hit good trades like this and blow evals. Oh, I forgot. Reason was this level 2 volume footprint, high volume node. Absorb sellers at my point of interest and aggressive buyers stepping in as soon as we hit that high volume node. Okay. Yeah. So you have those buyers stepping in. Looks like your sellers are starting to give out down here. There's a little bit of exhaustion, some absorption as well. So clean. First shot at my 6 to 7 magic. Hour trading NQ, 15-minute chart. My times on the chart are central. Pink box is the 1 hour. Fibs are set to that range as well.
Trade GCG6 COMEX at B.
Entries 15-minute close outside the range, 40-point stop. TP set at full retracement. Price initially moved in my favor, but not to the 50% level. My backtesting leads me to immediate follow through to TP as preferred with 30-minute average time in trade. I then went to the 5-minute.
Trade GCG6 COMEX at BMD.
Orders on GC. I then went to the 5-minute, decided to trail hard on the 5-minute and stopped out at breaking it. The second chart is continuation through 8 AM CT. Never hit the stop. Price did go to 75%. Actually pegged the lower VWAP band, but never made the 100% retrace. I'll try again tomorrow. Okay, so this is off that strategy I posted from GitHub. I would make sure this is back tested, Brad. I don't know if you went and did that, but I just go back test this. And if you're using this, I think the reason the win rate's so high is because they just don't touch the stop at all. It's fully mechanical, where you don't touch the stop and you just leave the TPs. Cam, you're on demon time, bro. Stop. TP. Okay, so it wouldn't have hit your full 100% extension, but the 75 would have hit. Rushed today on the first combine, tried to short when I saw CBD going up, but price making lower highs. QC and VWAP. Other was a rush long. It's okay, I'm more patient next time. Good lesson for me. Okay, so yeah, just because you're making lower highs and your CBDs going up doesn't necessarily mean, like, that's why I say CBD is one of the harder confluences to learn, because there's so many conditions for it. Like, you have more buyers piling in here, but you're also not starting to sell off. So this to me is just like you need one big buyer to shove it through and cause that breakout. Someone keeps trying to call me on Instagram all day. Back-to-back L on shorts on MNQ today. Should have stuck to my biases. I believe the price would return to POC. I shorted from here from 0.3 and 0.5 for L's and hit the yellow. Okay, so we were shorting this clutch. This was yesterday. What time was this at? 10:37? No, this was bullish, bro. The market was choppy, but like when it's choppy like this, you either need to sit on your hands till it's clear, or just not trade it. Because this isn't clear. We're like trying to catch a failed breakdown.
Now some songs you haven't gotten to yet. Up first is a song by Bakabi, kind of bringing twin diplomacy vibes.
Okay, Jack caught the IB long. This is the trade I was looking for on stream for NQ. Back up to that 400 level, and then we caught it back again down at that VWAP. Both these are clean, Jack. I have no issue with either of these. This entry maybe a little bit early. I still like this because you're so close to this IB low and that IB high set second. So I would take this. I would take something like this. There's a strong overnight uptrend. We began to consolidate into a range around 4:30 a.m. Eastern. I anchored a volume profile from the start of consolidation. Also had my COMEX VWAP and GlobeX VWAP. Overnight price was using first deviation band of GlobeX as support. When we broke below it, price went above value very high. Hit that GlobeX first band and used it as resistance. I also noticed aggressive selling and bear CBD divergence. I entered short with 3 MGC, TP1 at COMEX VWAP, and final TP at New York low. TP at COMEX VWAP was hit. Moved stop loss to break even and got stopped out there for a small one. Okay. With the COMEX VWAP, okay. On the COMEX VWAP, I don't use the bands. Where's the trade? Okay, so we shorted this. I'm assuming this is first band. It's a little hard to read this chart. But you do have that rejection. It's because the VWAPs were messed up from Martin Luther King Day. So this VWAP's off, or it might be off. It's a little hard to read this, but I like the targets. I also like where you're shorting at. This first band comes up to that first band, starts to reject, and then you're just looking for that COMEX VWAP tap. There's not a stat on that. There's stats on return rates to your GlobeX VWAP. There aren't stats on like a return from this first standard deviation band back down to like a COMEX. I understand the target though, like it makes sense to me. And this was back here in this New York session, I believe. On the 20th. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, we were just going for that COMEX VWAP. I like that target. I mean, this is where I got long at off this COMEX VWAP when it was being used as support. Silver volume profile of the day, fib level from the high to the low, price went to 618, POC of volume profile, CVD divergence, New York VWAP band number 3. For confidence for me is more than enough to enter a trade. Target the 0.3 of the IB on the daily VWAP. Okay. So yeah, this comes right up to that. Is that COMEX? Looks like COMEX. Or no, that's GlobeX. Okay, so you have that short up at that third standard deviation band. Yeah, this is where I'd be looking for it. Once it breaks back below this second standard deviation band, then it comes up, it retests it, and it rejects. That's where I'd be looking to take the short. Okay, no, this is clean. And you had a CVD divergence. 2 trades today, both IB plays. Honestly, think they're good trades, but I have a question about my execution. Would you be holding these to full TP and letting these around break even, or get 1.5R and take profit? I took partials out of instinct and second trade with me. Okay, so you longed this here, took it out here, up here, and you shorted, took it out down there. I personally would just be sticking to one side. Like that's how a lot of you guys, what I notice is you're trying to catch like both the longs and shorts. Yes, you can do it. For me, it's much easier just to stick with like, I'm gonna long. I'm gonna be looking for long trades today. I'm gonna be looking for short trades today. Sometimes I do have to step away and be like, okay, the conditions are more so towards shorts than longs, and like reevaluate it. But yeah, here, this long back here, I would hold this. There's no reason to close this as long as that COMEX holds. Once you get above that COMEX, it starts running. So I would hold something like that. But I like to sit in my trades for a while. AP, plus 5.7R, only risk 2 micros. Okay, yeah, same exact trade I took. Limit order here on 382 plus VWAP, assuming it would hold, continue to hold, stops a bit below VWAP. Market was using fib as staircase to go higher. Okay. IB stats consider 82% chance of single break and high forming first and low, only 50% chance we break below. Yeah, the rejection stats bad on the GCIB, so yeah, this could go either way. Once you get back above that COMEX VWAP, It tries to get above it, tries to reject, immediately fails, and then it pushes above and uses it as support. This is a great trade. TP was 44.70 in between 0.4 and 0.5. Yeah, okay. The only thing I would say here is this extension is like these extensions are a little bit far for the TP. I'd be looking at that like 0.2 to 0.3, and then having that stretch target be the 0.4 to 0.5, because you do hit that 0.2 up here, and then you start to stall out for a while, and then this just stair steps up to that 0.4, 0.5. This is a great trade though. Great trade. Super long buy stat open because we opened above value area high and above New York high. Waited for the top of value area high of COMEX. Also saw low volume node stops below for a band of VWAP. Okay. Yep, came right into daily profile value area high, and then started to bounce from there. And then this just pushed through VWAP and started to rally like crazy. You know, we got 10 points out of it, which, I mean, this rallied for like 150 points, but it's hard to predict that. GC entry at 614, scalping long off previous day value area high, same thing. Same idea. You could have held this for a little bit longer once that momentum starts stepping in. Just trail your stop more aggressively if you are doing that. MGC paper 1 micro break even first entry using bookmap. Price was approaching intraday high. Heavy buying into passive seller, but price failed to push significantly higher. Absorption. Seller started coming in heavy, but that's when I got short. Was targeting VWAP, but price is starting to stall out. My previous consolidation, normally I would have taken out profit there, or at least trailed to the lower band, but wanted to see what would happen if I kept my stop loss above big passive seller. Price pushed through it and stopped me out. Normally I wouldn't want to fade such a strong trend, especially when we're at a key level. When we're not at a key level, but it looked too good to not scalp. Okay. Yeah, so this big passive order gets filled. When you have those big passive orders get filled, I want to gauge, okay, is this going to, like, this seller that steps up, right, they step up, then you have more sellers stepping up. Yeah, this is fine for a scalp. Because when those big passive orders get filled, either I want to gauge, like, is this going to sustain and push higher, or is this going to give me a reversal? And this was the reversal case. Okay, so we took the short here. Our TP was just a little bit too far. I'm glad you brought the stop and profit. That's how, like, if you're counter trend trading on such a strong trend, this is how you should manage the stops. This is a good management on it. Like, you want to be break even or like in profit pretty quick off those counter trend trades. 1L, 2 Ws. First NQ short was pre-IB, was IB pre-fire. Honestly, I should have faded it because the momentum was strong, so I took an L there, minus 1,000. TP was another short as we got up to the value area low from Sunday gap and saw absorption and shorted that back to VWAP. Okay. Third was another NQ IB long off of VWAP, and the 382 was aiming for the 0.2 extension, but got caught up in the chop for a stop and profit, plus 1,000. My trail was actually, after that breakout candle, actually instead of the blue line, top step ignores, trades ignore the 1 con and 4 con add on VWAP. I was messing up my limit orders on my phone. Okay. Yeah, I think this is a clean long after you've broken the IB, or like you've set that IB high. This short, yeah, price starts to stall out. You just take it back down to VWAP and then you reversed it. Both these are clean. I just don't really like this short in here. This is a pre-fire, like you said. You don't know which way the IB is fully set yet. But then you identified, okay, well, I can scalp this back down to VWAP and then I can take it back based off the IB stats. So I like this entry up here. I like this entry up at 208. You got out at 25,175, so you got what, 30 points off that? And then here we relonged it just back up to 2L1. That's okay. Both these trades are good. That first one is a pre-fire, a little bit of a pre-fire. You know who was calling me? It was fucking Philip, bro. Philip's calling me on Instagram. Break even Break even, saw we pumped from pre-market 0.5 fib, VWAP, lower volume, failed sellers and effort zones created. I saw a huge seller get in. I put my stop below the recent effort zone and got stopped. Location was a bit off, but it's okay. Okay, so we were looking to long this. This is on NQ. Was this today? Yeah. Okay, yeah, today.
Trade GCG6 COMEX at BMD by price 48.19. Size 51.0.
Where do we get in on this? Was this in London? Or is it pre-market? This is a 1 minute chart. Okay, so we're trying to long this right off the open, which I don't typically advise trying to take trades right off the open. So I would wait a little bit longer. Like, we're trying to long this right after open. So I would wait till this base is out a little bit and then go from there. Like, typically longs after opens are tricky. Was this after we had already pumped or before? Yeah, I'm not sure on this one, just because it's so early in session. I don't think you should be looking to take trades this early in the session. Also, we had the Trump news, so Trump speaking at the conference. So, we have to be aware of these things. I don't think this is a location thing. I think this is a timing thing. I think this is timing. We're just in too early, bro. P&L minus 400 unfunded, minus 1R. We'll look for more. Not done. I'll update. VWAP paper cuts. Long stop failed selling at VWAP with aggressive buyer coming in. Limitations failed to re-enter when I saw dip below VWAP. And same setup. Valid setup will take again 100%. Long scalp stop chop sellers at the area of interest. Value area high with aggressive buying coming through. Not sure if this was a valid trade or force. Just looked clean to me. I tried it without overthinking as much as I've been taking less trades recently because I hesitate on some. Short stops, narrative shifts, buyers get trapped at an imbalance and at significant level of interest. Valid trade will take it again. Long scalp, manual TP, clear gap to target above, trapped selling, and we had aggressive buying where buyers are clearly in control. Ran through value area high, should have held 0.4 extension of 1 hour IB, which was the middle of that gap, but I was already and $1,000 to draw down, and we were respecting that imbalance, so I kind of got scared to hold to the gap because I didn't want to get trailed out for less. I wanted to squeeze as much as I could, so I took it off, not being greedy at that imbalance where we were stalling the second.
Trade GCG6 COMEX at BMD by price 4,819.8. Size 62.0.
Okay, let's see what's happening here. Okay, so we're shorting. Like again, I can't see the full picture, so I don't know what air. Okay, so this is at 25,174. I mean, this is a good location. It's just too early in the session. Again, like this is the same thing as Adrian. Too early in the session. We're chasing this early in the session. 174. Like this is just too early. I don't know where this is at. 308. This one, we're buying it as it's breaking out. Like, we're buying this right here as it's breaking out. I don't really like to be buying breakouts. This is at value area high, right? So it's better for me to wait. We're at the weekly value area high. So I want to wait for this to give me confirmation that we're breaking out, right? This is that wick. It tries to break out, fails, dips back down, and then it breaks out. So this, again, like this is, we're buying the breakout. and then it dips back down, and then it breaks out. So that's entry. That's just, so this first one, this isn't bad location, it's just bad timing. It's right at market open. This one is like, your location needs to be better, or like, I'm not buying this at the first attempt at breaking this value area high. This one, let's see, I have no identification of where this is on price, so I can't really give an opinion on this. I don't have any reference point. And I don't have a reference point on this either. So like, this is like, I need to see like where price is at for a reference point. Long scalp, bad management. Okay. Yeah, there's no slowdown on this, so I'd just tighten the stop up to this most recent pivot. And this is on a lower time frame. Take another trade, now up 800 on the day. This trade covered for most of my losses and more. Was edging my stop and was getting emotional, so I just cut it 2 points early. Target value area high of the session. Felt target value area high of the session. Felt that deal was too far of a target. Trap buying at previous day POC. Tons of it, so I try to short. Just read an order flow, no emotions in the trade at all because I don't care anymore about rushing anything. 800 on a brand new core account. Okay. So this was back at 391. Okay, so we got short. We got short at like the 400s. Yeah, this is, you know, you start to have this failed buying up here. Then you start to have sellers showing up again. And this just enters a massive sell leg. So this last trade, I like this last trade. Some of those other trades, it's just like the location's fine, but the timing's off, or the timing's fine, but the location's off. Buyers look exhausted after a big push up. Figured we'd have to come down for retracement. Got in off large wick, took a short back to VWAP, which was also 382 of what I thought was a dead combine, and no consistency rule account. I went off a raffle, no less. MTP with heavy momentum, saved it with this trade. Okay. So we're in 10. Just going for 15. I would tighten the stop here. And tighten it here again. Yeah, this stop management needs a little bit of work, Boogie. This is a clean trade. Like, you caught the momentum, you identified the right area. It's just, this is trade management, in my opinion. That's what could be improved on here. Like, we're up 950 and our stop's still sitting at minus 770. If it was a dead combine, maybe that's why you didn't manage it. You're just like, fuck it. But yeah. Day 1 of 30, 21126, posting my trades for feedback. GC total of 48 points. I thought you only go for 10 points, Ruska. 5 micros. Today there's not much detail in it, but tomorrow whenever I place a trade, I will take a picture of Pokemon what I'm seeing when I place a trade. I don't even know how to fucking read this, bro. Okay, so we longed back here. We scalped this. Longed again. Got out. Longed again. Got out. So like, why didn't we just hold the initial long? And then here, this long's clean. I like this long. This, I just don't get why we didn't hold this initial long and why we're just scalping this for like very minimal points. And then here, in and out pretty quick. In and out pretty quick. So, yeah, I mean, this is just in steady uptrend. I would just hold this long, bro. Like, why are we closing? Why are we closing here? Like, we close this here just to get back in, just to close it, then just get back in and close it immediately. Like, I don't get what's going on here in this region. This is a clean trade, and then I don't get what's going on in here either. 2 L's today, longed off VWAP and the 0.5 after a big push up and got fried. Then tried to short off VWAP back to the POC after creeping into low volume. I was up 2K, should have trailed to 1K to have a break even day, but I got stopped completely for another 1K loss. I should took both off at lower band because I got in the trade I was looking for but wanted more. Okay, so we got a little greedy in here. Yeah, so like we've already broken the IB. Like we've already broken the IB high. Yeah, Wednesdays do have a higher chance of double breaks, but like we were sitting right at the IB low and not like, if this was going to do a double break here, it would have consolidated here, pushed up, and then this selling attempt here would have pushed through that IB low. It doesn't, so I don't want to continue to lean towards shorts here. I think this short at VWAP, it's an appropriate location. It's good timing. It's just we're looking for too much. We're looking for too much. Once this sell candle comes out, and then you don't have any more sellers coming in, I'd cut that and just take it off. Just took the longs on NQ up 2 bands, risking only 150. I had low volume node, which was targeting this side, and then we come above VWAP and retest it, and I saw some cell absorption along with CVD divergence entered. Also, that IV low had a high chance to be protected. Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So, goddamn, we caught this before the pump. Holy hell! If you caught this before the pump. That's crazy. Just let your nuts hang, Naveed. Just hold on to that. That's crazy, bro. This is a crazy fucking trade, dude. I understand the thought process behind it without the pump, but when you see that momentum come in, I hope you have that all the way up when you see that momentum come in. But this is a nice trade. Took on practice 5 micros MVC analysis on the 1 hour 15 2-minute. First TP trim 2 micros around 250 to 260 ticks. Full TP around 700 ticks. Can we use points, please? I know that's like 200 points. It's 175 points. Trailer conservatively after first trim. Entered off longs, exhaustion, stops at high, 250 ticks. TP aiming to fill imbalance. Has some but weak expectations for price to move lower to marked zone TP. Okay, so we shorted GC down to 40, clean. Then we caught this big sell-off. GC's just fucking ate up this entire move, bro. I'm actually surprised. I thought this would sell off further. Okay. So this was at 66. Yeah, this was what I called out. Like, similar to what I called out. If this is in New York session. This is on the 1 hour. So you got in this earlier. I'm not saying he took it because of my call out. I'm saying like this is similar to what I was calling out. So we shorted this in London with 5 micros, I'm assuming. Yeah, 5 micros. Shorted this in London off this wick at 66. So we got a wide stop on this. Our stop was up to the 90s. So 20, I mean, it's reasonable on a combine if you're using that size. 20 points is what? It's 20 points 1,000. So it's a little bit heavy for the stop, but if you're confident in the trade, hold it, which he did do. So 66 up to these highs. It's a 14-point stop, so it's 750. Okay. This starts going in your favor. We closed half off that initial push down on this wick. I like that you closed half of it, and then you were in this for a long time, and then you closed it off that big sell-off. I like the trade. It's just it took forever to play out. This is definitely a good way to. I mean, like you can trade it like this. Also, I thought this was NQ. That's why I have the ticks wrong. So 70-point trade, good trade, good analysis. We sat in this for a long time. Different way than a lot of people trade in here, but I think it's appropriate. I think it's appropriate. You use proper size. Maybe what I would say is, if you want to put 5 on here, and you know this will be your stop, you can add one here, like add it as it goes against you, you'll get a better fill. If this is what you're looking for, you're very confident on it, just look to add into that position instead of just slamming all 5 at once. That's the only comment I would have on this. This is an excellent trade though. It's just on higher time frames. Yeah, 11 hours. Sat in this for 11 hours, which long time, but it played out. Good stats too, bro. You had 3 good days last week, and then you didn't trade Monday or Tuesday. Came in today, made 2,600. This will be a nice payout, bro. You need one more winning day. Clean. Let's see. Okay, so we longed this, shorted the highs, then longed this bit. Yeah, all of these are clean. It's just the volatility. Like, this is hard to predict all these moves, just with the volatility. I mean, this stalling out, like taking this short, I think it's appropriate just based off how volatile Nasdaq's been today. And then this long, I mean, I feel like this is a YOLO long. Like, I feel like this last one you probably got lucky on with the Trump announcement, but based off the volatility of today, I think all these are appropriate. Also, no executions. Yeah, you can't tell. VWAP tap in London, POC daily. Aggressive buyers entered on retest where aggressive sellers failed. Scaled at upper band, one con off, got trailed out on second con. I think it's like 4 to 5 R. I'm doing my journal tomorrow. Today was a long day. Okay, so we longed this. This was VWAP on GC, right, Siki, in London session. I saw that we came down to VWAP. Perfect. Great trade, bro. Yeah, this is exactly what you want to see off of VWAP tap for continuation. So, good identification of trend, good identification of where you want to get in, good entry. You scaled out. Where did we scale out at? What time frame is this on? 3 minute? I was like, I know this isn't 1 minute, but 3 minute. Okay, so we got out as we're coming back up to where we broke down from structure here. I like that. And then you scaled out again up at the POC. I got no comments, Siki. This is a perfect trade. I'd like to see how you scaled stops. This initial long. All right, I probably have my stops under this structure point here. And then as this moves up, right, you get this retest, starts to push higher. I'm bringing my stop up to that retest and then bringing it up to that wick. As this runs up, right, you get this clean push. I'd bring my stop up to here. And then the next adjustment's this pivot here. But this is excellent. This is very clean. Short for eval pass, I'm learning NQ, New York NQ and deep charts together, keeping accounts separate from metals for Asia. Okay, I agree with that. I mean reversion trading, I've accepted it now. Price stalling between second and third standard deviation band. Short effort zone created, targeting first band. Nothing crazy like full return to VWAP. No, I think this is totally appropriate. Just looking for that first VWAP band. You did get that later target, so I'd maybe suggest scaling on this. Like if you're trading micros especially, like you take half off here and then you let the other half ride for that VWAP. Short again after Trump pump with trap buyer confirmation. 3 evals on the day. Okay, clean. Yeah, buyer's failing up here. Buyer's getting absorbed up here. And then just shorting this back down to 25,000. 540. Okay, so shorting this back down to in between the first and second standard deviation bands. If you are using standard deviation bands in VWAP on NASDAQ, I'd use the New York session as well in there. But yeah, I mean, these are clean trades. It's like safe. I always forget how to say your name. All right, good trades, guys. I won't be on tonight. This is going to be my outlook, okay? So NQ, right? We pushed into this gap. We didn't fill it all the way. We almost did. We are above value area high for the week, so I'd be looking for this to hold. The overnight, you could definitely see a trend. GC, I do like how we recovered off this volume channel, but I'd be cautious on buys here. I'd still be cautious on buys. We haven't recovered back above this value area low, which I would be looking for from today. We're still below this this middle time frame value area high, so I would be looking for, like, I wouldn't be shocked if this continues to sell. I also wouldn't be shocked if it continues to pump. It's just, I'm just trying to say, like, be cautious here. With this announcement from Trump, the market could really go either way. These metals have been due for a dump. I do like how quickly this recovered. But I would like to see this potentially even pull down a little bit deeper. I think, you know, based off the recovery, this recovery was very strong. 47.57 to what? 48.30. So this bounced 70 points, which is a lot. This range is wide. I wouldn't expect New York high or low to sweep on wider ranges. When the ranges are larger, it's less likely for the high or the low to sweep. Okay, so you know, I would just be cautious here since we haven't recovered above this value area high yet. I'd also use this COMEX VWAP to gauge where we're at. 820. Okay, we're still below this COMEX view up. So until we recover fully above this value area low and this higher time frame value area high and COMEX view up, it's hard for me to be bullish here. Just because of the volatility that just came in today. I would be open for this having a deeper retrace the next couple days. Silver also did get a nice bounce, but based off this range that we established over the last few days, we haven't recovered above the value area low. Same story on silver. So I'd be a little bit cautious on the metals. They could continue to sell off. I think they are still bullish, but with how much they've been pumping, you could definitely see a pull off in them. And then NASDAQ, I'd see if we can get a clean trend tonight in the overnight session, start filling that gap and start heading back higher. Okay, that's my outlook for tonight. I won't be on tonight. Be aware of that, please. I might be on for New York session tomorrow. I might not be. We'll see. So I'll let you guys know if I will be. I'll let you guys know before New York session opens. But yeah, stay safe tonight, guys. Again, also if you're trading prop firms, if you just need winning days, just get winning days. Right? If you're like these last couple days, I've just been trading for winning days, and then on like this is where I'm trading options more. Is the days where it's like, oh, I just need a few winning days to get to payout. So, like, I'm going to trade options instead because I'm not balancing trading futures and options at the same time. It's much easier for me to just be like, okay, I'm going to trade options while I'm just getting winning days on prop firms. Okay, so, yeah. It's harder to manage both options and futures at the same time. I mean, it's doable if you're swing trading, but typically I'm taking intraday scalps. Okay, so yeah, I'd just be a little bit cautious on these metal products. They could continue to sell off. This does look like it looks like a solid bounce, but it could be a relief bounce. So I'd just be cautious up at this value area low, this higher time frame value area high, and then we did recover back above COMEX. And then NASDAQ, I'd see if we can get a clean trend in this overnight session. Okay. I'll get charts posted up for those in premium. It's going to be the same analysis. Let me grab those and just do that really quick. If anyone's got any questions, just let me know before I hop off, because I'm about to hop off here. When the ranges are larger, the edge on sweeping a New York high or New York low drops off. It drops from like a 70 or 75% chance down to like a 50% chance.
Let's go move and finishing it up. On next, I got some songs that are just oozing on the product. First up, Kevin.
I'm not looking at chat right now, guys. I'll check in a second. Okay, I just posted an update. A little bit longer. Let me check chat. Trade review today? I just finished it. Yeah, it's recorded on YouTube, Boogie. Okay. Alright. Alright, I will see you guys later.